Have you ever felt lost, not understanding the purpose of your life? Have you questioned God's plans, wondering why He allows you to go through difficult times? It's normal to feel this way sometimes. Life can be confusing and challenging, and we don't always understand God's ways. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Even when we don't understand, God is in control. He has a plan for each one of us, a plan of love, hope, and restoration. This prayer is an invitation for you to connect with God, to surrender your fears, your doubts, and your anxieties to Him. It's a moment for you to strengthen your faith and trust that, even when life doesn't make sense, God is guiding you to something greater and better. Prepare your heart to surrender to God's presence and receive His peace and comfort. Allow His word to renew and strengthen you. Welcome. Today, we will pray this powerful prayer together, seeking to strengthen our faith in God and trust in His plans, even when we don't understand them. Let's ask Him for wisdom to handle life's challenges and the certainty that He is always in control, guiding us toward a future of peace and hope. Listen to this prayer until the end every day, believing with all your heart that wonderful things will happen. Remember, the effect of this prayer is cumulative. The more you listen, the stronger the effect will be. Now, let's pray. My God, sometimes I feel like Peter, when I didn't understand what you were doing. In John chapter 13, verse 7, when you were preparing to wash his feet, he asked, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" You answered, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but you will understand later." I know I often find myself in situations where I don't understand what you are doing in my life, but I hold on to your promise that one day I will understand. I trust you, even when I don't understand what is happening. I know you are sovereign, and your plans are perfect, even if I can't see them now. Just as I trust a dear friend who takes me on a surprise trip without revealing the destination, I trust you, even without knowing where we are going. I know there will be times when life seems confusing and meaningless, like a puzzle whose pieces don't seem to fit. But your word in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6 guides me. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Lord, help me to quiet my heart and trust you, even when my mind questions and my logic can't explain the circumstances. May my faith be like a strong anchor, keeping me safe amidst life's storms. May I have the wisdom to recognize that your vision is much broader than mine, and your plans are much greater than my dreams. May my trust in you be the strength that propels me forward, even when the path seems dark and uncertain. My God, I recognize that my mind is limited, and that I often cannot comprehend your plans. But I find comfort knowing that your thoughts are higher than mine, just as the heavens are higher than the earth. In Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 and 9, your word assures me, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." I know I can trust you, even when I don't understand what's happening. I accept that my vision is limited, like a small boat navigating a vast ocean. But you are the experienced captain, who knows the depths and currents, and you guide me safely to my destination. Father, free me from the need to have all the answers, to control every situation. Teach me to rest in your wisdom and trust in your love, even when life seems confusing and meaningless. May I have the humility to acknowledge that I don't know everything, and that your will is always perfect, even if I don't understand it at the moment. May my faith be like a firm rock that sustains me amidst life's storms. Help me to remember that what doesn't make sense today might make sense tomorrow. May I have the patience to wait for your timing and the confidence that you are working in my favor, even behind the scenes, preparing a glorious future for me. I trust you, my God, and I know that one day, all the pieces of the puzzle will fit together, and I will be able to behold the beauty of your perfect plan. Until then, teach me to rest in your arms, trust in your love, and move forward with faith and hope. My Father, I recognize that I often want to fully understand your plans before taking a step of faith. I want to have all the answers, map out every detail of the path before venturing into the unknown. But I know that this need for control limits me, prevents me from experiencing the fullness of your grace and the greatness of your power. Your word teaches me that obedience doesn't depend on full understanding. In John chapter 13, verse 7, when you washed Peter's feet, he asked, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" And you answered, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but you will understand later." Lord, help me to obey you, even when I don't fully understand your plans. May my faith be greater than my doubts, and may my trust in you surpass my need for control. I know many have lost blessings by refusing to give you control of their lives, by trying to understand all your moves, by forcing your will to fit into their limited minds. Lord, free me from this trap. May I trust you with all my heart and surrender to your will, even without fully understanding the path. May I experience the victory that comes from obedience, the joy that arises when I surrender to your plans, the peace that floods my heart when I trust in your wisdom. Father, teach me to take one step at a time, to trust you with each new challenge, to rest in your arms, even when circumstances seem frightening. May I be like a child holding onto their father's hand, confident that he will guide them safely, even without knowing where they are going. May I have that same confidence in you, Lord, knowing that you love me and have a wonderful plan for my life. Lord, I confess that my anxiety often takes over and prevents me from fully trusting you. I want you to reveal the complete plan, to show me every detail of the path before taking the first step. But I know that you, in your infinite wisdom, lead me step by step, revealing your plan as I walk toward you. In John chapter 13, verse 7, you said to Peter, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but you will understand later." Just like Peter, I don't always understand what you are doing in my life, but I hold on to your promise that one day I will understand. Father, free me from the need to be in total control of my life, to know exactly what will happen in the future. Teach me to trust you at each step, to rest in your wisdom and love, even when circumstances seem confusing and challenging. May I have the humility to acknowledge that I don't know everything, that my vision is limited, and your plans are much greater than my dreams. May I surrender to your will, knowing that you guide me on paths of peace and righteousness. I know frustration arises when I cling to my own understanding, when I try to force your will to fit into my limited plans. Lord, free me from this trap. May I surrender to your will at each step, with each new challenge, at each unexpected turn of the road. May I have the faith of Abraham, who left his homeland without knowing where he was going, trusting only in your promise. May I have the courage of Moses, who led the people of Israel through the desert, even without knowing the exact path. Lord, guide my steps every day, every moment. May my trust in you be the compass that guides me, and may your presence be the strength that sustains me at every step of my journey. My God, I acknowledge your greatness and my smallness before you. I know your ways are infinitely higher than mine, just as the heavens are higher than the earth. In Isaiah chapter 55, verse 9, you say, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." I accept, Lord, that my vision is limited, that I can only see a small part of your plan. I am like a child trying to understand the mysteries of the universe, but who doesn't yet have the capacity to unravel them. I trust you, Father, even when I don't understand your ways, even when circumstances seem unjust or meaningless. I know you see eternity, while I can only see the present. You see victory on the horizon, while I feel lost in the midst of the storm. Help me to remember that you are God, and I am not. Your wisdom is infinite, and mine is limited. Your will is perfect, even when I cannot comprehend it. May I have the humility to bow before you, to acknowledge my smallness and surrender to your sovereign will. May I trust you, even when I don't understand, even when it hurts, even when my emotions tell me to doubt. Lord, teach me to trust in your love, even when I cannot understand your plans. May my faith be the anchor that keeps me firm amidst life's storms, and may your presence be my safe refuge in times of uncertainty. May I have the peace of knowing that you are in control, that you love me, and that you have a perfect plan for my life, even when I cannot see the whole path. I trust you, my God, and I know that you will guide me to a future of peace, joy, and hope. Father, when doubts assail me and uncertainty tries to take over, I cling to the fundamental truth of your character. You are good, just, and faithful. Even when I don't understand your plans, I can trust who you are. Just as I trust a longtime friend whose integrity and kindness I deeply know, I trust you, Lord. Even if your actions seem strange or inexplicable to me at the moment, I know that in the end, it will all make sense because the basis of our relationship is trust in your unchanging character. Help me to know you more each day, to deepen my relationship with you through your word and prayer. The more I know you, the more I trust you, and the easier it becomes to surrender my fears and anxieties into your loving hands. I know that the answer to my questions and anxieties often lies not in unraveling your plans, but in knowing you more deeply. In Psalms chapter 100 verse 5, your word states, "For the Lord is good, his love endures forever, his faithfulness continues through all generations." Father, may the truth of your goodness, your justice, and your faithfulness be the foundation of my faith. May I rest in your love, even when I don't understand your ways, even when circumstances seem difficult and unjust. May my life be a testament to your faithfulness, your grace, and your power. May I inspire others to trust you, even when life doesn't make sense, knowing that you are good, that you are in control, and that you have a perfect plan for each of us. Lord, increase my faith and teach me to rest in your love at every step of my journey. May I always remember who you are and trust you with all my heart. Father, I confess that sometimes I feel confused and discouraged by the injustices of the world. I see people suffering, innocents being hurt, and I question how you, in your infinite goodness, can allow such terrible things to happen. I know that life in this fallen world is stained by sin, that pain and injustice are consequences of man's disobedience. But my heart longs to understand how your goodness and love can coexist with so much suffering. Lord, help me to remember that my perspective is limited, that my understanding of your plans is incomplete. I know your ways are higher than mine, and you see eternity, while I can only see the present moment. In Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 17, Solomon acknowledges the greatness of your deeds. Then I saw that all God's works are beyond human understanding. No matter how much a person tries to understand them, they can never figure them out. Even if a wise person thinks they know, they can never figure them out. Father, teach me to trust you, even when I don't understand, even when circumstances seem unjust and meaningless. Help me to rest in your wisdom and love, knowing that you are in control of all things. May I have the faith of Job, who even amidst suffering and loss, never stopped loving you and trusting in you. May I have the hope that one day in heaven, all my questions will be answered, all injustices will be corrected, and your glory will be revealed in its fullness. Lord, help me to be an instrument of your peace and love in this broken world. May I bring hope to those who suffer, comfort to those who weep, and justice to those who are oppressed. May I reflect your goodness and compassion in everything I do, even amidst difficulties and challenges. Lord, I acknowledge that your goodness is the foundation of my faith and my hope. Even when life's circumstances seem to challenge this truth, I cling to your word, which assures me that you are good, that your mercy endures forever, and that your faithfulness extends from generation to generation. In Psalms chapter 100 verse 5, it is written, "For the Lord is good, his love endures forever, his faithfulness continues through all generations." This truth anchors me amidst life's storms, gives me strength to move forward, even when the waves of doubt and fear try to drag me into the abyss. I know that the oldest lie, the one the enemy whispers in our ears since the Garden of Eden, is that you are not good, that you don't care about our suffering. But I refuse to believe this lie, Lord. I choose to believe your word, which reveals your goodness and your unconditional love for me. Father, help me to remember that you are good, even when circumstances are not good. May life's difficulties and challenges not make me doubt your love and faithfulness. May I have the wisdom to recognize that you are in control, that you have a purpose for everything, and that you are working in my favor, even when I cannot understand your plans. May I have the faith of Abraham, who believed against hope, and the patience of Job, who endured trials with integrity and trust in you. May I have the courage of David, who faced giants with the certainty of your presence and victory. Lord, teach me to rest in your love, trust in your goodness, and patiently await the fulfillment of your promises. May I be a living witness to your grace and power, even amidst difficulties, demonstrating to the world that you are good, that you are faithful, and that you are worthy of all my trust. My Father, I recognize that my prayers won't always be answered in the way I desire. I know that you, in your infinite wisdom and love, have a perfect plan for my life, and that this plan doesn't always coincide with my desires and expectations. In Matthew chapter 26, verses 36 to 44, I see Jesus in Gethsemane, anguished before the cross that awaited him. He prayed to you, Father, asking that, if possible, the cup of suffering be taken from him. But in submission to your will, he concluded, "Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." Lord, teach me to have the same attitude of submission and trust that Jesus demonstrated. May I accept your will, even when it's different from mine, even when it involves pain, suffering, and loss. I know that being a Christian doesn't make me immune to life's difficulties, but it gives me the certainty of your constant presence by my side. Amidst the storms, you are my anchor, my rock, my safe refuge. Help me to remember that my hope is not in favorable circumstances, but in your faithfulness and unconditional love. Even when life doesn't make sense, even when my emotions tell me to doubt, I choose to trust you, Father. May I have the strength to face challenges with courage, the patience to wait for your timing, and the wisdom to recognize your purpose in all things. May my faith be strengthened amidst trials, and may my hope be renewed with each new dawn. Lord, teach me to say yes to your will, even when it's hard to accept. May I find peace and comfort in your arms, knowing that you are in control and that you guide me on paths of love and justice. My God, amidst life's uncertainties and challenges, when questions haunt me and doubts try to divert me from your path, I cling to your word, which assures me that your thoughts are higher than mine and that your ways are perfect, even when I can't understand them. In Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 and 9, you say, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Lord, teach me to trust you, even when life doesn't make sense, even when circumstances seem unjust, and the answers seem hidden in the mist of uncertainty. May my faith be like a light that shines in the darkness, guiding my steps toward your perfect will. Help me to remember that your goodness is immutable, that your love for me is unconditional, and that your faithfulness extends throughout eternity. May I find peace and comfort in your presence, even when life's storms try to shake me. In Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 17, Solomon, in his wisdom, acknowledged the greatness of your deeds. Then I saw that all God's works are beyond human understanding. No matter how much a person tries to understand them, they can never figure them out. Even if a wise person thinks they know, they can never figure them out. Like Solomon, I also acknowledge my finiteness before your greatness, Lord. I accept that I can't understand everything, that my limited mind can't encompass the immensity of your plans. But I choose to trust you, even when I don't understand, even when the pieces of life's puzzle don't seem to fit. May my faith in you be the foundation of my hope, the strength that propels me forward, the certainty that, even amidst difficulties, you are with me, guiding me, protecting me, and leading me to a glorious future. Father, thank you for teaching me to trust you, even when I don't understand. Thank you for loving me unconditionally and for having a perfect plan for my life. May I always remember your goodness, your faithfulness, and your power. May my life be a testament to your grace and a beacon of hope for those who are lost in the darkness. In Jesus' name, Amen. How wonderful that you stayed until the end. This shows your desire to strengthen your faith and trust in God, even when life seems difficult. Remember what Jesus said in Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. He also said several times, your faith has saved you, as in Mark chapter 5, verse 34, and Luke chapter 17, verse 19. Listen to this prayer until the end, every day, believing with all your heart that you will find inner peace, receive strength to overcome challenges, and be certain that God is always in control, guiding you toward a future of hope and victory. Wonderful things will happen. Remember, the effect of this prayer is cumulative. The more you listen, the stronger the effect will be in your life. Did you like this prayer? Then leave your like and subscribe to the channel to receive more powerful prayers like this and further strengthen your faith. Share this prayer with those you think need it. You can be an instrument of God in someone's life. And if you have a special prayer request, leave it in the comments. We are here to pray for you. Enjoy and check out the prayers suggested at the end of the video. They were specially selected to help you draw closer to God and receive His blessings. May God bless you abundantly.